Joining us on the news at 10 is Professor Sunday Ochoche, the Executive Director of the Victim Support Fund, VSF. He joins us from Abuja studios. Many thanks for joining us on the news at 10. First question, do you think that the government, and by the government I mean federal and state, have a clear roadmap with regards to relocating the IDPs to their ancestral homes?
Thank you so much. The challenge of IDPs following the different crises right now, majority of which, of course, is still related to the Boko Haram insurgency, is enormous. The figures you gave are very striking and I believe are very correct as to how much of the IDPs we have. Yes, the federal government, the state governments have responsibilities towards these internally displaced persons. Yes, there are plans towards the management of the condition of these IDPs. The most comprehensive plan that exists right now is the Buhari plan, which is the comprehensive plan of the federal government for the restoration of the totality of the crisis arising from the Boko Haram insurgency. And it has different components and different provisions and seeks in different ways, to address the challenges of IDP among many other issues arising from the insurgency.
One of those issues as well is, it's really difficult to hear allegations of rape, sexual exploitations from some of the women at the camps. What measures do you think can be put in place? And first is to see that some of the women can come forward without fear of intimidation to report their experiences.
Yeah, I think it's really tragic that Nigerians who have suffered the type of crisis that these IDPs have suffered, losing everything, barely running, escaping with their lives, to come to camp and be faced with the type of stories we are hearing from security agencies or any other person for that matter. It's not the first time that these accusations are coming up. In the Northeast, 2-3 years ago, these were serious accusations that were coming. I want to believe that any of the agencies that the fingers have been pointed at have serious responsibilities to Nigerians, not to sweep these things under the carpet. We need to work seriously. It does not speak well of any agency. They need to come out very clean to address the issues. Nigerians who are in the camp deserve to be treated with dignity. They have suffered significantly, and I think the least that their government and the different agencies can do is to look after them in the best way possible. And where anybody misplaces the trust that has been put on them, such a person or such group of persons must be brought to book accordingly.
Many thanks, and perhaps one way also is to see that there is some sort of self-sufficiency to help themselves rather than the reliance on the little bit they are getting. I'd like to thank you so much, Professor Sunday Ochoche, Executive Director of the Victim Support Fund, for joining us on the News at 10.